what does Arthur Smith say about Bijan Robinson? What is he saying about him?
He was just on the podium today, Rich, within the last hour and a half. By the way, he shaved his mustache, which
Yes,
for those who are just joining had not heard, and said that Taylor Heineke is going to start again this week. He did the
and
old.
By the way, this is when you're supposed to wear the mustache. It's Movember,
right? Exactly. So
he's when
it's
bizarro
world.
He's working backwards.
Right, like you're supposed to run the screen for Bijan. He ran it for Jonnu Smith. It still worked.
Of course. And so, by the way, Algier scored too to put him up. So it's not as if he's not getting the results here. But and this is definitely born out of I pay specific attention to Bijan because Cooper Eisen, who is on the verge of victory if he can get 10 points tonight in a PPR league from Garrett Wilson and Dicker the kicker. He's on the verge of he's getting rid of that 0 in the win column fantasy this time around, hopefully. But I just don't understand why do you choose somebody 7th overall and then parcel it out? Is there something going on behind the scenes, or what is it?
So he was asked this morning, is he healthy? Is Bijan healthy? And he said, yeah. I think he played a lot of snaps yesterday. For any rookie, the season is long. You're going to have ebbs and flows. He's had a huge impact already. He had 11 for 51 yesterday. So he's deflecting, saying, no, we're playing him. We're not going to – evidently he's not going to give him 30 carries a game. That ain't happening.
He's getting less touches than Tyler Algier.
That's weird.
Not the 8th overall pick, Tyler Algier.
No, Tyler Algier is good, but at the same point, you don't draft the guy to have him stand there.
I keep saying it. They should.
It's weird.
They should have a Jahmyr Gibbs game for him. Or they're just saying. By the way, he's touching it for the first 6 times. Stop him.
Period.
Right.
I would love to see that. I'd love to see it and just let him try and carry this offense that does appear to need to be carried a little bit. It does seem sometimes it's a struggle, and I think staying with Heineke is the right move. I do believe that they have a chance to win this division. I mean, the fact that C.J. Stroud lit up the Buccaneers defense in a way that few quarterbacks do, let alone somebody playing in his 8th career game. Man, that was something else. And it's also to the benefit of the Falcons. The Saints pulled one out despite, Bijan coming on strong again for the Bears at times in New Orleans. This division's open. So I think starting Heineke's the right move, but it's just weird. It's totally weird. And I know we live in a fantasy football world, and he must be sitting there shaking his head like, I know my team, I know my scheme, I know what I'd like, I know what I can do, I know what should be done. And I know that kids like him hit a wall, that he had he had 1 million touches in Texas, and nobody was running around the field at Texas that are the size of the guys that are trying to take his head off here. I'm sure he's trying to deep down do the right thing for the kid, but I don't understand it. I mean, he is a difference maker of difference makers, and he doesn't have to even get on the field. He doesn't even get on the field inside the 10-yard line half the time.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.